right, so today's element is a radioactive element, and that's radium. Wow, so this is radium. This is an alkaline earth metal. Its atomic number is 88. Its atomic mass is 226. Now, interestingly enough, why is that in parentheses? It's in parentheses because there are no there's no stable isotopes of radium. So the atomic mass, there's no terrestrial mass of radium. So we just put 226 because that's the mass of the most stable isotope. So that's why it's in parentheses. And of course, being an alkaline earth metal, it's fairly low in the periodic table. So it's got the same atomic electron configuration as radium, plus it fills the 7s2 orbitals. There's 2 extra electrons, being an alkaline earth metal. Now, radium was discovered in 1898 by Pierre and Marie Curie. And of course, that couple would go on to win the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1903. Marie Curie would actually win a second Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1911. Marie actually wore a little pendant of containing radium around her neck. So, of course, being radioactive, I'm not so sure that was a bright idea. It is a fairly rare element. It occurs in very tiny amounts of uranium ores, so tons of ores are required just to isolate a fraction of radium. Now, being an alkaline earth metal, calcium is also alkaline earth, and therefore, being very similarly in the periodic table, radium can interact in a body in much the same way calcium does. What does that mean? Radium will isolate in your bone tissue. And being radioactive, we probably don't want that in our bones. That could probably be a bad idea. Because, of course, when it gets into our bones, that can cause radiation poisoning, especially since it may be there for a fairly long time. Calcium tends to stick around for a while, too. They do use radium for a lot of glow-in-the-dark stuff because it is radioactive and it glows in the dark, so it's used for like radioactive paint and cosmetics. They did a lot of medical cures in the early 1900s. The radium girls in like the 1910 to 1920 time period, these were girls that were working in factories and painting radium with radioactive paint on there, and of course they developed bone cancer and necrosis and other things. So that became kind of an issue, mainly due to the radiation factor. So there is radium for you.